Europe doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving.
They don't.
But we do, which is why this week we're going to be watching a new Thanksgiving episode here on Insert Burger Pun. Ta-da! And what is this one called?
This one is...
What is it called?
Now We're Not Cooking with Gas.
Now we're
which I
not
think gives
cooking
away
with gas.
A majority of the plot.
If I had known the title, I would have, known the twists and turns, wouldn't I? Yeah. Well, yeah, and we're gonna, and maybe we'll talk. We now have a great last episode of Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Oh,
so
well
maybe we'll do some of that too, and talk about like our favorites and things if we want to.
Maybe.
But that was what we did last time. We didn't watch this new one. We just talked about the old ones and why we like them.
We ranked them.
We did rank them all differently, very differently. And so maybe we'll do that again. I think I still have my list somewhere. But for the meantime, we are going to watch this episode, do some commentary and things, and then we'll talk about more Thanksgiving things after that. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, I don't know. Should we get started?
Sure.
Getting started now. Away we go.
All right. We're going to watch it right now and go.
And go. There it goes. Okay.
With great whisk comes great reward. Culinary classes.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
I want to take a cooking class.
That sounds great. I would do that. Maybe. Well,
there's probably a Groupon
maybe.
for that.
Probably, but better without a group. No. I would do it maybe one if it was just
solo
me.
pawn.
I could do
That's
that.
just sad pawn.
No, I think I would learn faster and I would not have to interact with other people. That sounds great to me. So premise, Bob.
They're out and
was
about
on a waiting list for a fancy turkey from a farm, and he got it. That's
5 years. He was on the waiting list for 5 years.
Which seems
excessive,
crazy. Yeah.
And also, have we ever heard of Riverbrook Lake?
No. Of course not. This is made up for the episode. Yeah.
They could have at least made it from like the rich part of town, like where the full bars came from.
King's Head Island.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the farm wouldn't be on the island, but yeah, like that's where maybe they're the ones taking up all the fancy turkeys,
Yeah.
That's why you had to wait so long.
What if they brought Deli Guy back because it was at the store?
They could have brought Deli, or the farm could have been with the goat, the two-butted goat.
That's true.
Like there were opportunities here and didn't work out.
It's the Ferrari of turkeys, he says.
The Ferrari of turkeys, yeah.
Ferrari they. I loved that.
Oh, is that
Louis
something
says
they say?
Ferrari they.
Okay. I wasn't sure about that. Okay. Turkey's name is Popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the farmer gave him popcorn.
Sometimes.
Creative.
I bet that's what they're all named.
Turkeys really do scare me. Like,
why?
When they're walking around. Because my sister and I, we used to volunteer at a farm. Yeah. And we would have to help corral some of the animals, and turkeys were always the hardest ones. And we equated at one point their gerbils to the sound that the raptors made in Jurassic Park, and so that always scared me and terrified me.
Their gerbils?
The
gobbles.
Their gobbles.
Oh, I was thinking they had pet gerbils, which is fun. I like that idea.
But it's okay, because when Bob sings to a turkey like that, then I forgive it. All is forgiven.
I was gonna ask if there were any wild turkeys where you lived.
I don't know.
Oh.
Wasn't looking for them.
Oh.
The turkeys that I knew were managed.
Were owned.
They were, yeah.
I ran into a lot of wild turkeys, for sure. But they're real skinny. They're very skinny, aren't they?
Sure.
Very skinny, very touchy.
Yes. So Tina's gratitude tree, I think, is actually a really good idea. It's super sweet. Yeah, for everybody to write. I think that's a good thing to do at like a Friendsgiving if you don't go and hang out with family for Thanksgiving, because that's fine.
Right.
But it'd be fun to write down like things that you're grateful for, and then I think the tree would look cute, especially if you gave different colored leaves to everybody, so then it would just kind of look like a colorful tree. That'd be really fun.
Maybe if it had food on it. Kind of seems like a first grade kindergarten kind of project,
Yeah, but I think as you get older, you kind of have to go back to the basics of arts and crafts and stuff like that. Sometimes, I love doing puzzles. I love doing coloring books, and like that's kid stuff, air quotes.
Okay.
But so yeah, a gratitude tree would be fun.
What about a tree made of bread? That sounds great.
Go for it.
That sounds really good.
Sounds like carbs.
Like on Great British Baking Show when they make the bread sculptures.
Mm-hmm. That I do remember.
Those are the good episodes there.
Okay,
Oh,
so
gosh.
yes, the gas is not working. Oh no.
Yeah.
What a bummer. What
And
a
also
bummer.
it's Thanksgiving, so like I feel like there would be more people
Complaining, right.
worried about this. Yeah.
I mean, unless
like everybody.
the whole block is going to eat somewhere else.
But here's the thing. Is everything's closed on Thanksgiving. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go to eat? Right?
With family.
With what, other family?
Yeah, maybe.
So so we just gotta hope that if you live on this block, you have somewhere else to go. I guess. I guess Bob and Linda don't for some reason. They don't know anybody.
They're poor.
They don't know Gail. Gail definitely doesn't have a working oven, right?
No,
Or,
they keep the litter box in there.
Mr. Fischoder, or
he wouldn't help.
who
them.
else? Mickey would help out. He probably lives somewhere else.
Nat, they could have called Nat.
Could have called Nat. There were many other options, and they just didn't do it. Just didn't do it. It would have been kind of funny if like everybody else on the street or like came out onto the street and they were like, "Fuck, what do we do?"
Yeah.
We have nowhere to go. But then they banded together.
Well, I
did something.
think at one point in the episode, and I'll probably point it out, but I
Okay.
think at one point they talked to Mr. Huggins, the neighbor outside,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, why didn't they just ask him?
Isn't he also on their block?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Damn, solved it. Well, yeah, you asked if more, and I said the same reason.
Right. Well, I didn't know at the time that it was the whole block. I missed that. So, yeah. But I don't know. It kind of is sort of silly. It's sort of silly. Anyway, Teddy's doing something else, so we
Yeah,
can't...
he's on his way to his sister and mom's place. But
okay.
his home is being fumigated, so he can't lend it to them.
I see.
They should go back to oh my gosh, what's the guy's name who was killed with the boulders?
What?
Oh my gosh, oh no.
What? I don't know what you're saying.
The one Helen's ex or husband. The one where they think that she killed him.
Right.
Couldn't they go to his apartment, like his secret apartment?
Oh, I forgot about the weird apartment episode.
Yeah.
What, do they have a key to that apartment?
I don't know. Teddy might.
Well,
That's
but
how they got
Teddy's
in before. That's
Teddy's
how they.
out of town. He's got another... His
Yeah.
apartment is being fumigated on Thanksgiving, which again seems
Odd.
not likely.
Man.
That's all right. We gotta have a plot. Here comes the plot.
Yeah.
And my predictions for the plot were A, something bad will happen to the turkey,
Yeah.
and B, he'll take the turkey too seriously and his family will feel neglected. And is it a spoiler to say that both of those things happen?
Yes. Or no, because I mean that's
Both of those things happen. And we
course.
saw them coming a mile away. And is it really that different from other Thanksgiving episodes?
not at all.
It's definitely not different from Turkey in a Can.
This
I'm
season
trying to
for
think
him is never like Thanksgiving. Season is never good for him and
Right.
his temperament and his attitude.
Right.
He just kind of sees red, but like not red. He sees orange. There we go.
What? Orange for what?
I don't want to say he sees red, but he just like kind of like blacks out and is just like, I'm gonna do whatever for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Sure. That's fair. Okay. So
wouldn't you think that he would try to gather more wood first and then start like before?
I guess, but where else was he going to go? And also he needs to get it going as quickly as possible.
That's true.
Because it needs to cook for a long, long time.
That's true.
Right?
And he should have a lot of boxes in the basement. Burn all his napkins.
But also, like, I feel like if it's a paper fire, I feel like that would affect the taste.
True.
That would affect the flavor, I think. It's really not. Also, paper goes up so fast that it's like nothing, right? So that's no good. There's Mr. Huggins. He's talking to him. He's having fun. Doesn't seem like very much smoke in the end for all the stuff they're burning. I don't know.
It's a nice little small fire, contained.
I guess.
It makes me wonder because I have an alley right behind my apartment too.
Right.
If we did this, the fire department's like 3 blocks away.
There's that.
Fuck.
Right. It's also California, and it is fire season.
That's true.
So
They would
I
get
feel
really
like
mad.
It would not be the greatest thing.
But I think I want to try this one day.
Oh, okay.
I'll become friends with firefighters.
Cooking outdoors?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's
maybe not
doable.
maybe not a whole turkey, maybe a chicken.
Right. Not all together though. Like maybe if you pull it apart first.
No,
then
I want to do it that way.
Much easier.
I want to do it the way they did it.
Spit roasting seems rough. Seems like it takes a lot of
That's
things.
what the pioneers did.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wasn't there.
I neither was I, surprisingly, but I don't know how they cook. How do they cook their turkeys?
They're fighting.
Is it even confirmed that they ate turkey in the early Thanksgivings?
No,
like, why
I
is
try
that
not
a
to
thing?
give it much attention because we were told it wrong anyway.
We were told it wrong.
Yeah, of course. The whole story of Thanksgiving, the whole...
Well, yeah.
We're wrong. So why
myth.
even wonder if they actually
tale.
ate turkey or not?
Well, because
it was a
the
fucking
meals
lie.
happened. There was a Thanksgiving, and I want to know what they ate. That's all.
Ask them.
I'll ring them up one of these days. I'll get
this
going.
part made me LOL because it made me think of my mom whenever she
Right.
gets distracted by anything of my sister and I's past, like our old paperwork, our old schoolwork.
Right.
And I love this shot of her above just being surrounded by like little notes and boxes of just shit that that they kept. It's adorable.
Right.
And I originally thought that they showed this because at one point Luis and the kids were going to go upstairs and find it and burn it.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be some of the issues, but Bob wasn't going to care because of the turkey.
Right.
Or he was going to choose to burn. Kind of the thing which happened with the gratitude tree.
Right, later on.
Yeah.
Well, yep, it didn't go that way with the mementos. It's just a side thing, I guess. But, yeah, they're going to burn the jazz bag.
Yeah. They had no jazz to put in it.
Yeah, that's all right.
So that's when the smoke got a little bit
All
more
that
bad.
jazz. Yeah, probably. Okay. Okay, turtle, right, okay. Linda's looking at the old things that they made.
What would I burn?
What would you burn?
I would probably
Take a
bring
look
out...
around.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'd probably bring out, like, any of the Trader Joe's bags, any of, like, the paper bags I got from the store.
Okay.
I don't have any just, like, wood, but, like, who would?
Yeah. Who would? Yeah, for sure.
Maybe wicker.
You got some chairs and things.
Yeah,
You
got
could use
some
those.
chairs.
Some tables and things.
Some
You could burn
books.
those.
Oh, no.
Well, it depends on the books, doesn't it? Yeah, well, it is tough to come across scrap wood in the city. I'm kind of surprised Bob had that pallet back there, but I guess maybe they get deliveries, so maybe they have a bunch of pallets, But, yeah. Scrap
I would
wood.
like an aerial shot of there just being a pile of wood somewhere nearby that the kids are just not looking.
They just
like they
miss.
went in the opposite
Right.
direction.
Right.
But this is also fine.
This is fine.
Here comes the fire department, which it took longer than I thought.
Right. Yeah, they had to get through some other nonsense first. But,
Look at this lady firefighter.
wow. How forward thinking of them, I guess. I'm sure there are quite a few.
Yeah.
Do we know who plays her? Should we look that up?
Yeah, we can look it up.
We'll look that up later, but she's fine. It's a fine bit part.
I like that they make note that they have to come to this place. Like they know who they are from fires that they've had in the past.
That's a neat detail. Yeah, it's nice. But here's the thing. Why doesn't she just stay there while he puts it out?
Because I think
He's
they're
telling-
busy. They're probably busy. They don't have time to do that. They have time to go out there.
Busy. They brought a truck when they didn't need to at all.
I think they
This
have to
seems
respond.
This seems like the perfect situation for the famous fire SUV. Because I never know what those are for.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
They could have brought like a bucket of water or something.
Well, they don't know what it is. They don't know if it could be something that could grow and that they would need a bigger.
Unless Mr. Huggins was the one who snitched, in which case they know
I could totally
exactly.
see it was Mr. Huggins.
Like maybe sent them a picture on his phone.
I don't think he knows how to use the phone like that.
Well, yeah. I also don't know if fire stations can receive text messages.
Probably.
I hope so by now, but I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
You probably just can't FaceTime them.
We'll have to ask. Probably can't FaceTime them, no.
FaceTime them and be like, is this a fire? Let me flip the camera around.
I need to double check, get this checked out real quick.
Okay, so Bob,
fire.
this is when Bob goes on his, I kind of feel like it's like a Rick rant from Rick and Morty, where he just goes and you see his eyes flipping around a little bit.
Sure. Loses it, kind of. Yeah.
But I like that he cast himself as Will Smith
Right.
in Independence Day.
Well, you know, I mean, what else? Who else is he? He's not going to be? Who's that dweeb who's Will Smith's friend in that one? Who's really annoying?
I don't know.
You know exactly.
I watched Independence Day recently, but only like the last 20 minutes when they're all getting into their like flying
Their
machines.
Star Wars machines that just happen to be there.
And then the one guy who they called crazy comes in at the last second and is like, "Yeehaw! Tell my kids I love them."
Is that the president?
No. He's like the guy who lives out in the desert who like everyone thinks is crazy because he got abducted or something like that. But then he ends up being right because they all come down in there.
Okay.
And so then he's fighting and one of the like things doesn't blow up. And so he's like, "Let me fly my aircraft into it and save everybody." And he's like, "Tell my kids I love them."
Oh.
And the kids are like, "Good job, Dad. You're a hero. We're so sorry we called you crazy." And stuff.
All right.
Anyway.
I don't like that movie, so I don't watch it very often.
You didn't need to talk about that.
Well, they brought it up.
That's true.
It's their fault. It's Bob Burgers. You know, and okay, this is the kids trying to get a big log home.
Yeah, it frustrates me so much.
Yeah, I'm angry.
Because the whole time you're just like, yeah, they did. You're like, no.
Look at these little, you could break off a branch, a bunch of branches from these little trees.
But they don't know. Tina should have known if she's doing her.
Thunder girl.
She's a thunder girl, right?
Come on.
You're right.
They've all gone camping. They should understand this.
I don't think they've had a successful camping trip, though, so you can't really blame them.
But this is also not successful. I don't know.
It makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. But yeah, so really it's the kid's fault.
Yeah, it is definitely their fault.
Throwing his socks in there. Okay, so if we're moving to laundry, aren't there more clothes for them to burn? More of his shirts?
Yeah, I'm sure they have rags and things, that they could burn. Or how about this? You soak some of those in like oil. Like canola oil or something like that.
I recently found out that canola oil can be used. I didn't know that you could do that.
For what?
On like bonfires and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I did that at a bonfire recently.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That makes sense. Oil burning things, yeah.
So they're being turned down. This log is being turned down as we anticipated as adults and individuals.
It's also probably wet. So, like, it wouldn't even catch,
I know, that sucks.
Dumb.
And now it's starting to rain.
Now it's raining.
I like when he says, "Did someone spit in my eye?" And Louise is like, was it God?
Yeah, that's funny. That's a good line.
She has some good quips, like, for are they? And when it was like, duty.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Sure.
She's doing good.
It was good lines.
And Bob is officially losing it, trying to protect his turkey.
Yeah. Which
he could probably do without ripping off his clothes. Right?
I guess. I mean, I don't know if they had like a big garbage can lid.
I was gonna say I was literally looking at the garbage can lid. I'm like, you could tear it off.
That'd be tough. That'd be tough to tear those off. I almost had electrical fire, a couple different electrical fires.
Oh yeah, your outlet's all messed up.
But after Friday, the space heater caught on fire. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What are
you doing? Boy, oh boy, there wasn't that much smoke, but the smell was so bad. It's because it's just electrical components burning. But it didn't catch totally on fire, so we're fine. But yeah, they're, out of luck here, aren't they?
Maybe they would respond to your fire in the SUV.
I want the fire SUV. Yeah, what does it do? Why is it there?
We'll Google it.
I feel like that's a Hannibal joke, though. He's like, what?
Oh, look at him just trying to stab at. You think he's using that super expensive knife?
I thought his super expensive knife got destroyed by the McLachlan.
It did.
Do you ever watch that channel, Primitive Technologies? Is that what it's called on YouTube?
I don't.
It's that Southeast Asian guy who, I think he's like a software engineer, but for these videos, he just makes things with nothing but his hands and just like dirt and sticks and stuff. So carves a hot tub into the ground and heats it with fires and stuff and really complex stuff. It looks like a blast, but
I'm gonna watch it.
It would be a lot of work, and I guess you need some woodsy area too just to get your supplies. But
Oh, Bob.
Okay, so Bob is having his his epiphany and
realizing that
figured out that he's bad and
yeah. He was given an opportunity to burn the gratitude tree, and he almost took it, guys. He almost took it.
It's like the part of the episode where Danny Tanner sits down with
Is this Full House that you're talking about?
What were the kids' names?
I
know Kimmy Gibbler was the friend, but I don't remember.
No, Stevie?
Stevie?
I don't know.
No.
What's her name?
Michelle's the baby. She's the tiny baby. She's the Olsen sisters.
Stephanie.
Stephanie's the annoying one, right?
And DJ.
DJ. Yeah.
Look at me.
It's when he sits down with one of them is like, oh, you don't understand. And then the soft synth music comes on in the background. He's like, we're always going to kind of care about you. And like, it's fine if you're a loser at school, right? That's what those episodes were about. I think.
Sure.
Right? Remember the episode where DJ has an eating disorder?
I don't watch that show.
Oh, shit,
really.
There's an anorexia episode, and it's rough. It's really uncomfortable.
On that, I'm going to segue back.
They're doing the tree.
He tripped over. He got caught by the fire department at the last second when he was going to put everything down. And then the turkey fell in the fire and like got hot real fast. Right. It got engulfed in flames almost immediately.
Which is that how that would happen? I guess if it was covered in
maybe it took them a long time to get it out. They're trying to figure out how to get it out.
Yeah, because how do you got to put the fire out first, or I don't know. I like how even the characters are disappointed in the thanks tree, or Bob's last leaf in particular. Just like, okay, whatever. Like, that's the normal thing you say. You're thankful for your family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that charred baby.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, it's eatable.
Yeah, because he didn't think to look under the skin because he's a professional chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it didn't come to mind.
You think the skin's good?
The skin might be fine too. I
think Gene will probably eat it.
Might be fine. I also hate how they're all just picking pieces of meat off the turkey with their hands.
Why?
I'm not a fan of that. It's gross. It's disgusting. Reminds me of the cats eating it off the toilet.
So they need to cut it with knives and forks and stuff?
I mean, that is the traditional method, isn't it?
I mean, I feel like the traditional method is the opposite.
What?
Of just picking it. We didn't always have fucking utensils.
Okay, yes. Caveman era turkey roasting for Thanksgiving. Yeah, they probably they probably had rock and tools.
They would probably just grab it.
Nah, maybe a drumstick, but that's
what Luis did.
That's about it, And that does it for the latest Thanksgiving episode. There it is.
Yeah, we're ending with Bob singing with the Riverbrook Lake man and the turkey.
Riverbrook Farms. Lake Farms man. River
with popcorn.
Yeah, because I guess river and lake in the name is it's a lot of water near that farm.
Yeah, and I like that popcorn's name is the name of the turkey, and then they burn it, and people burn popcorn all the time. Connections, foreshadowing, perhaps. No, popcorn, burnt popcorn smell. Burning popcorn causes smoke. Popcorn in the alley caused smoke.
I don't burn popcorn.
Oh, well, look at you.
Yeah.
You want a popcorn medal?
Come on now. It's not that hard. I can cook popcorn A-okay.
If you've ever burned popcorn, I'm telling you that it's okay.
If you burn popcorn and never anything else, apparently popcorn is the most common thing to burn. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Be careful with your corn. Don't pop it too hard and... when
the microwave tells you to stop.
That's a good call. And that's the episode. We'll end on that advice for now, and then we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back and talk about the episode and probably other Thanksgiving episodes and things as well.
Yeah, we'll try to summarize the lost episode.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, it's gone forever. It's gone.
Wow.
It's gone. We have some bad video footage, but that's about it. And it's not even of us talking. It's just like sitting watching an episode.
Oh no!
So there's nothing. We'll memorize what we did before and just do that again.
We should drink more. Because that's what made that episode fun.
We were very drunk for that, or I was pretty drunk for that episode, but yeah.
Stay tuned. Maybe we'll get that way.
What we can do.
Maybe we'll get that way.
And we'll be right back.
All right, bye.
See you in a bit.
Temporarily.
Yeah, we're back now, and We're
Are we
gonna.
recording?
Well, yeah, it's just rolling. It's
oh,
fine.
nice. Okay, cool.
So we're back, and we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk some more
About
the
show.
episode. We had a great break, and we're ready to snap back into action and talk about. Now we're not cooking with gas or whatever the title is.
Yeah, I will say that our first segment was supposed to be a side character showcase.
Right.
However, when I look up the firefighter, her name doesn't really, I don't think they've used her before. Has
anyone used her before for anything?
Her name doesn't even have a hyperlink with it. Her name's Natasha Rothwell.
Okay.
And she's from, oh my gosh, I'm so ashamed. From Insecure. She plays in Insecure, but I don't think she's been in Bob's Burgers in particular.
Well, no, I don't think so. Right, this would be the first. Yeah.
She's the best.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. She's good. I mean, not that she had a ton of lines or anything.
Yeah, I
she
will
wasn't
say
around
that one
much.
of my favorite lines of the movie is when she's trying to she's pretending like she knows what he's talking about turkey wise, and then she's like, you got to put this out.
Put this out. Right. The fire.
I wish that they had used her. It definitely it reminds me of Nicole Byer, her episode where she got a little part. I wish that they had used her more because she's such a powerhouse acting wise that I think they just gave her this little bitty itty bitty speaking role.
Right.
I think Mr. Huggins talked more than she did. And she's just this super awesome actress who I admire a lot.
Well, I mean, it's not like anybody on Bob's Burgers gets to do some incredible acting.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, it's just it's probably going to be difficult for them to bring her back as somebody else. I feel like they're not going to, and this was this was them using her, and it wasn't as much as I wanted. Especially if I'm reading her name, I'm like, oh yeah, she's from Insecure. She's Kelly. She's hilarious.
Right.
She was the one in the episode in Insecure when they go to Coachella, and she. It's they're about to get kicked out, and she's like, we said Beyonce or bust, so she tries to run from the police or run from the security, and they tase her.
Okay.
And she pees on herself, and she's like,
right.
I peed on myself. Don't look at me different. She's very, very comedic, and I will say that her small parts that she had, I did enjoy the firefighter, and I was happy that they brought them back because I thought at first I thought that one warning was going to be it. But I'm glad that it turned out that they came back at that point. So
it's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a fun part. She did a good job. She got paid. It's fine. She read 8 lines. She was out of there in no time. But yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll And
then we had good old George Wallace, who is Mr. Huggins.
It's true. It's true.
But Natasha, hats off to you. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of her. She's very, very funny. And I had no idea that was her voice. So I'm glad that I Googled it.
Yeah. Nailed her down. Mm-hmm. There you go.
I was going to say, how much does that cost? But I haven't yet Googled the fine for an unauthorized fire.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it varies.
Ranging from $1,000 to $4,000.
That makes sense.
In a year in county jail. So if we were to do how much does that cost, that would be one of them for Bob for sure.
Yeah, right. He would have had to.
And just a question: as a firefighter, would you have given him a warning if you went there and you told him, hey, shut it down, and he was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever, and you went back later and he hadn't shut it down, but when you went to go tell him to shut it down, he burnt his turkey? Would you then be like, oh, this poor guy, because he obviously was crying because that's what Luis was saying,
right?
Would you give him a warning, or would you still be like, hey, here's your fine?
I feel like it would have only been the one trip, you just go once and you say, hey, put the fire out.
And he doesn't.
And you wait for him to put out the fire.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like you're making it seem like these firefighters have all day, but even though it's a small town, it's holidays, and people have the freaking full on holiday times.
How about this? You say, shut it down, just put out the fire, 10 seconds. It doesn't put out in 10 seconds, you have a fire truck, you can put out the fire. Right.
I think he was giving him a chance to put it out and not get a wet turkey. I think she was trying to trust him and be like, hey, put this fire out, we're going to go away. I'm letting you know that if I have to come back, there's going to be a problem.
Right.
And so Bob was really pushing it.
Right. So,
but then again, that's what he does. Like, Thanksgiving is his holiday. I think that both Linda and Bob have holidays that where they kind of lose reason. They kind of just, and Bob's is Thanksgiving and Linda's is Christmas.
Christmas, right?
Where
Christmas
they just
magic.
end up in these situations where it's like,
This time of year,
shit.
All the cold, hungry people, they're dying in the streets.
They are.
Me and my family will be warm tonight. Remember
Sure.
that song? You remember that one?
Yep.
Classic Linda Christmas song.
Speaking of
songs.
There wasn't really a Thanksgiving song this year, and I was super bummed. There was a little bit of a song that Bob sang
tried
to
to
the
do
turkey.
the Bob thing, but like, that seemed forced. Even in the episode, it was like,
I thought it was cute
okay,
though.
all right, it's fine. Yeah. So they put out the fire eventually. Mm-hmm. With the turkey mostly, but
another thing that I googled about this episode is that the writer, her name is Katie Crown, and her first credit was UFO No You Didn't. But
so
her
recent.
first script that she wrote was the If You Love It So Much, Why Don't You Marry and Edit? And that's one that you don't like.
Those are, well, the UFO one's fine.
Yeah.
Because
that was her
of
first credit.
Aparna.
But her first script
was
that
that
one.
one is absolute trash. That's upsetting to hear that
Katie,
she's still working.
I still love you.
Really, really terrible stuff. This one was fine. Mm-hmm. She did fine with this. This is A-okay. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we could do a general impressions thing, right? We didn't really do that during commentary, but like, I don't know, where does this stand as a Thanksgiving episode, and do you watch it again,
I would watch it again.
Okay.
I like the idea of cooking outside, like the whole premise of the episode of them trying to cook and be low key and not get caught while also sending your kids out to find wood. Because that would be hard. I'm trying to think about where I live in Burbank. So what?
Yeah.
Like trying to find places here that I could, or find things around that I could burn for this fire. Like if my mom were to be like, hey, Tierge, go get some wood so that we can burn this. Because I honestly probably wouldn't put it past my mom to do something like this.
Okay.
To be like, we don't have gas, but we're still going to have a meal.
Yeah.
Like we could order something. No. We're going to cook outside.
Right.
And I think that's where I get it from.
Okay, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, docking bays, maybe there's some pallets and stuff you could grab and things like that. I don't know, but it's all trashy. It's all trash.
Yeah, but what you said about the smoke and how they're using fire and stuff, that definitely I think would.
Lots of paper. Yeah, right. It would be no good. But I don't know. I know this is a stupid like detail to get hung up on, but the whole thing of just like, okay, a city block doesn't have gas on Thanksgiving. I feel like that would at least be like a news item of just like, oh, dozens of homes had their Thanksgiving ruined by the fact that they just didn't have gas for some reason. I guess just for that day.
Yeah, that probably. I think they probably missed an opportunity. Like, what if the gas had gone off on one block, but like not at Jimmy Pesto, so across the street.
Right. Yeah.
So like it could have been an episode where he kind of not necessarily like mends a relationship, but it gets to use Jimmy Pesto's oven or something like that. Like some sort of holiday miracle happens where they get along for Thanksgiving. Yeah. They could have done something like that, or they could have done something where they kind of work together on stuff. I don't know.
Or they could have just said, just this oven is broken. Their oven happened to be broken. Great. Now it's specific to the family, and it makes sense that we don't see anyone else doing anything.
They purposely dodged a bullet of saying, or not necessarily dodged a bullet, but they said that their check didn't bounce. They could have easily just been like, their check bounced.
Yeah, right.
And then that was that.
What is the point of the whole block having no gas?
They took Mort's gas away.
What is the point?
They took Mr. Huggins' gas away.
Yeah.
They probably took Jimmy Pesto's gas away.
Probably.
Who was probably at his ex-wife's house, or probably took the kids to his ex-wife's house,
and he was at
Trent's
or something. I don't know.
Or Trevor?
Not Trent. It's not Trent?
I thought is it Trevor?
I have no idea. Trevor doesn't sound right at all. What's his name? The guy. I feel like it's definitely Trent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it's Trent. Yeah, I guess I would rewatch this one. I don't know. It's quickly falling to the side of like, it's fine,
Trevor.
And it's okay. And I'm trying to think of like my favorite part or parts of it.
I like Louise's quips. She did really good.
Louise
Usually,
has
I think
a couple
I get hung up
one-liners.
on like Jean's quips back and forth, but
Right.
I really like Louise's this episode. They were really funny.
Yeah, Louise had some good lines. Tina was annoying.
No, I like Tina. I think Tina. I definitely resonated with Tina a lot because during the holidays, my family in particular, we don't have a lot of traditions or anything like
Right.
that. We're a very small family, very small immediate family, and so when it comes to holiday traditions, there's not much. Like we don't do the cookie making, we don't do any
Right.
of the like even Thanksgiving. We don't really sit all together all the time, especially anymore. You know,
Right.
now that we're adults. And so I'm the youngest in my entire family, and I took it upon myself to carry the burden of trying to unify and implement these family traditions that I see my friends doing with their own family. And so I can see the frustration, or I can understand the frustration where you're just like, I'm just generally trying to do a thing with my family during the holidays that I see other people doing or that I think would be a fun activity, and other people being like, this is a priority over that. And it sucks. It sucks when you're just like her idea of this gratuity tree was so nice, and it was so sweet, and an opportunity for, you know, conversation and you know, getting to know your family more. And instead Bob got, you know, this close, imagine my fingers being held together very, very close, to burning it, you know, burning that symbol. And I've had moments like that where that's happened to me in the holidays, and it sucks and it's frustrating.
Okay.
So good on Tina for constantly bringing it up, and even though the ways that she brought it up were kind of sad or like kind of pathetic.
Really bossy and awful.
Yeah.
She was terrible this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of cute and funny where she was like, oh, it's back on.
Right.
I didn't
You're
even have to
gonna
say anything.
Do it now. Yeah.
So I definitely saw where she was coming from. And when I was seeing that, especially at the very beginning when she's cutting out the leaves and they're like kind of talking trash about it as she's cutting out the leaves, and she's trying to gently correct them, but it also is getting upset. I
Right.
felt that to my core.
Sure.
Very much like I bought the supplies to make gingerbread houses for during Christmas, but no one wanted to do it with me, so I ended up doing it by myself.
Oh, sure.
You know, got the game Clue as a Christmas gift, and then no one wanted to play with me.
Oh, no.
So then I played Clue by myself, which I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Clue. You can't do by yourself.
Helpful.
It's
yeah.
very quick rounds, and so I would
Right.
just play by myself. So hang out during the holidays, guys. It's a time to take a freaking break.
Yes.
And so Team Tina on that one for sure.
Okay.
I liked it.
Cool.
Rant.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm glad. Yeah. But. Yeah. I don't know what I would be coming back to this episode for, if anything. Like, it's fine.
Not even seeing Louise so happy that she gets a freaking fire. She had a few moments where you could see that she was very happy.
Yeah, she got excited about the fire.
And even Bob, fine. You didn't like Bob's rants, like his little.
None of it was believable when he like lost it and like
about Independence Day,
out.
And he was Will Smith.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, here's some bad writing coming our way.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, and then it was over.
I could see, but I could also see his point of view where it's like he's 2/3 of the way done with this turkey when he first gets caught.
Okay.
And he's like, and they're like, shut it down. And in his mind, he's just like, if I shut it down, what am I supposed to do with this 2/3 cooked turkey?
Right.
I might as well finish it. So I commend him for being like, I'm just gonna finish it out.
Sure, but it's his fault in the first place for saying that he wouldn't just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And just do it another day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's silly to me, and yeah, I don't know. Nothing was. I don't know if I didn't do laugh count or laugh track for this one at all.
Okay.
I don't think I laughed at all.
I laughed
during
a few
this
times.
one.
I know that for sure.
And right now I can't think of anything that I found especially funny about it.
You didn't like the part where he threw his head back and was like, and he was really sad. You don't remember it?
I don't remember that part at all.
That's okay.
Anyway, but it was fine. I don't know. I mean, and it would be interesting to see where I would put this in the Thanksgiving episodes rankings.
Is a good segue. where we can go into. So we do have the lost episode. We're hoping that we'll be able to recover it, but if not,
doubt it. Yeah,
don't say that.
No, like everything gets erased. That's how it goes. But...
Damn, that's so depressing.
So it's just gone. Yeah, we did a whole Thanksgiving episode, and we were very drunk for it, and we talked about Thanksgiving. And
we ranked all of the episodes
of Thanksgiving.
I have the list of all of the Thanksgiving episodes. And then we can say what our top 2, bottom 2, and where we would rank the new episode. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So the options are, we got an indecent Thanksgiving proposal.
Right.
Or no, turkey in a can was first.
Yes.
An indecent Thanksgiving proposal. Dawn of the Peck. Gail making bobsled.
Yeah.
Quirk-ducers. Thanks hoarding. I beg your pardon. And now...
Bob your pardon.
I literally wrote it down as I beg your pardon too. Bob your pardon, and then this new one, which is what?
Now we're not cooking with gas.
Now we're not cooking with gas.
Like that. Yeah.
And
thereabouts.
So I think I remember, because I wrote it down.
Okay.
That we had similar bottom 2s. We just swapped the order.
Right.
Mine was thanks hoarding last. I bob your pardon 6th.
Yeah.
And you had it opposite.
Okay.
Which
yeah,
I was
that
okay
sounds
with.
About right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm already forgetting what I bob your pardon is. What is that?
That's the one where they pardon the turkey, but then they're going to take it to the slaughterhouse.
Awful. Yeah, it's so forgettable. Awful. Yeah.
And then your number 1 was...
It was between...
I already know.
Gail making bobsled and Dawn of the Peck.
Yep.
Yeah. They're great. And Dawn of the Peck because it's a classic for
Dawn
me.
of Summer.
And I love it. And Gail Make a Bobsled because I rewatched it and found things I liked about it.
Yeah.
After the fact. In fact, even the other one, Turkey in a Can, I think I put pretty high.
Yeah, I put very high on mine.
But watching that yesterday...
It brought it down.
I liked... Louise is doing her presentation on who's bad and who did the turkey thing, right? Mm-hmm. And she has pictures of everybody, Polaroids that she took, and everybody's like offended and in a bad, vulnerable spot when she took the picture, right? Linda's in a towel and stuff, but her picture is just like this very happy selfie with the Polaroid camera.
Of course.
And it almost looks like she's holding one of her stuffed animals or something in the background, but maybe it was just a poster. But, but the thing about that one was just the line delivery in that one. There's so many good lines.
It's very clean. I love it. I put that as my top.
Yeah, no.
It was one of my top 2, for sure. And it was the first Thanksgiving episode that we got, Turkey in a Can. Right?
I think so. I think it might have been the first Thanksgiving episode, season 3.
I did like Gail making bobsled because of the one. I think there's the one part in it that I like is when Bob calls them and calls Linda, and she's like, "We're thinking up curse words," and she's like, "Listen to this one, finky."
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun episode. It's fun. Yeah, there's some really good ones, but
I rated Dawn of the Peck lower on the list than your number 1.
Right. Yeah.
Because I feel like my love of Donna Summer, who is the best individual,
right?
I feel like that kind of clouded my judgment from the episode itself. Because every time they play Donna Summer, I'm like, yes, this is the best.
Right.
But it's the best because they're playing Donna Summer, not because of what's actually happening while they're playing.
Right.
Like even that scene where they're running with the teddy bears on them was way shorter than I actually thought it was.
Yeah. I don't like any of that half of the episode, the turkey running away thing. I don't know. It's dumb, but
I think that I have the same problem with my top, because my top, I believe, are Turkey in a Can, and either Indecent Thanksgiving Proposal, or Quirk-ducers.
Wow,
I know.
Wow, yeah.
Which I love Quirk-ducers because of the message. Great message.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Super original.
Whatever.
No Disney movie has ever had that message ever.
Be yourself. The song was A+.
It's fine, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's okay.
I used to listen to the little YouTube clip all the time, the ending. I like it.
The medley, yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine.
The part where Tina starts singing the solo by herself and I almost called him Mr. Fishoder. Wrong. Mr. Fran is just like, oh, when she hits the first note. It's like the first like line. It's so cute. It kind of goes with the song. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm done with my list.
Yeah, well, but the big question is then where would we put this one? Where would we put this new episode? Generally, it doesn't have to be an exact, number or anything, but
I would put it below my bottom 3, but above my bottom 2.
Yeah.
Is that a safe answer?
It's in the back, yeah. But here's the thing.
Middle of the pack.
For both of us, all of our least favorite episodes are the newer ones.
Yes.
Which is so sad. Because I don't think it's a bias. I think it's just, they're just not as fun or as interesting. I don't know. I just don't like them as much. So, so maybe that makes me an old curmudgeon, but I don't know. They're just not as much.
That was a good word to use.
There's something special about the early season stuff. And a different vibe, and I'm sure we've talked about that before. But this one would fall. I mean, well, it's also a credit to the fact that there have been some really good Thanksgiving episodes.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, a decent Thanksgiving proposal, they say cock
it's
twice.
Great. It's a good one. Yeah, that one's really fun.
Cock away.
That one's very fun.
And we get the famous pass the cranberry sauce.
Mashed potatoes. Oh, the turkey looks great. Thank you for loving me.
Yeah.
Thank you for being there.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we lost in the last episode.
The whole world's thanking you. Thanking us for thanking you.
Pass the turkey. In the last episode, I was like, my new sign off, other than stay out of my room, get out of my room.
Yes.
Stay out of my room is thank you for loving me, and then Mike goes,
oh, thank you for being there? Oh, here. Right.
But you hated that.
Yeah, I was not. I didn't want to participate in that, but
okay.
So and I'm sure I'm trying to remember the other things we talked about in the last episode, but I think we just said like, okay, it's interesting that Bob's decided. I don't know if they decided or who, network, whatever, but it's one of very few shows that cares that much about Thanksgiving and that does Thanksgiving specials, and that's kind of fun. That's fun because it's Simpsons does Halloween and every show does Christmas, right? And definitely Valentine's Day and things like that. But Thanksgiving shows, and maybe it is an international thing. Like maybe no one cares outside of the U.S.
That's true. I didn't even think about it.
No one really does Thanksgiving, but
it's fun because he is the chef at the end of the day. Like he cooks, and so
it's a big food holiday.
To be passionate about Thanksgiving is not something that would be far off. It would be like a stretch for us to believe as fans.
Right.
Of course he wants to cook. That's what he does for a living.
Right.
And so him being able to broaden his horizons from, beef patties to a turkey, it's cool because we see that he has other skills in cooking. And it's not just cooking burgers, which I'm sure people would be like, oh, you just flip burgers, like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he does, father of the brine, like he does it all.
Sure. And it's kind of a consistent tragedy. It's kind of like a different version of the, Charlie Brown and the football, right? Oh. Just like he takes it so seriously that every time it's bound to go wrong, like something will happen, whether it's his fault or the universe's. Something will go wrong with Thanksgiving, and it does. And that's it's frustrating, but I don't know, it's kind of a funny idea, I guess, and it can be funny to see Bob kind of break down and just
every year. I think he has some sort of breakdown.
Something goes wrong. Mm-hmm. The Thanksgiving is one of the only times we mentioned when he has a successful Thanksgiving dinner, but that's because it's the second one that day.
That's true.
At Teddy's house, he messed the first one up, kind of. But I do think this one falls down. It's definitely not my least favorite Thanksgiving episode, and it's definitely not one of my least favorite episodes of the whole series. But it's it's fine. It's a little bit middle of the road for the most part for me. Sure. So there it is. All
right. So final thoughts, any? My final.
I guess those were kind. I'm trying to think of like. Okay, so I guess we've talked about this consistently, but like, okay, so let's say this is the last season, just for kicks. Let's pretend, right? Would you be satisfied with this as like the final Thanksgiving Bob's episode?
I'd be sad.
It would be. What would be great is if, and I don't know how the circumstances work out, but a Thanksgiving thing where like he has to cook for way too many people, like too many recurring characters just happen to show up for whatever reason.
That would actually be really fun, like Marshmallow shows up.
Yeah, like there's some horrible hurricane or something that wasn't supposed to show up.
Lobster
and like
Fest.
People just, almost that. Like we're just people from the neighborhood show up and he's excited about it because he gets to sort of show off and take care of stuff, but at the same time
he stresses himself out.
I'm sure, and of course something horrible would go wrong and all that kind of stuff, but just the idea of it would give a feeling of sort of conclusion, and wrap up to the Thanksgiving arc, and it would be neat. But yeah, if it isn't the last season, then it makes sense that they didn't do that kind of thing with this episode, because that would be goofy otherwise.
Or they plan on touching on Thanksgiving in the Bob's Burger movie. Who knows?
Wow.
I was just kidding.
I don't think so, because then you have to do a big time jump, because they wouldn't want to set the whole thing around Thanksgiving. So yeah, who knows? But outside of that, I guess I've said pretty much everything I really have to say about this episode. It's fine, and I didn't really laugh, but there was stuff in it.
I like that this was a low
and...
key. It was a very low key Thanksgiving.
It was.
I feel like I mentioned it to you before, but it was just like, were they worried about the sides? Were they worried about yams,
there was no
beans,
other cooking whatsoever.
Mashed
at
potatoes.
All. Yeah.
Like, you need gas or the stove to do that.
Well, I guess it could do some stuff in the microwave.
Sure,
sure.
But I'm saying even when she was like, I'm going to serve cold beans. Like, was she planning on cooking anything else?
I'm sure there was a lot of other food ready to go, but whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
But it was a super low-key Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
If minus Mr. Huggins, it was completely the Belcher family minus a new character in Mr. Huggins.
Right. Okay.
I wonder if that it would have been, even kind of cool if they just did one episode where it was just them, and then the one firefighter lady, of course.
Right.
But it was the closest to a Belcher family Thanksgiving that we've ever gotten.
Yeah, I guess so.
A sole Belcher family episode, because Gail was in Florida, Teddy was off, Mort was probably busy.
I guess.
Mort's less and less their friend.
Yeah, he hasn't been around too much lately, I feel.
Petition for a Mort episode, who knows?
It's about time. Let's get to it.
Okay, so my final question to you before we sign off is, what are your Thanksgiving plans this year? Tell everybody.
I'm going to have Thanksgiving. I'll probably go to some family, I guess. Kind of distant family, but very nice people. And
in the state of California, are you flying?
No, I'm not flying. No, it's down in the beach cities. I'll be down there, but
fancy.
That is now they have a nice Great Dane who likes me a lot, so we'll hang out. And
what's the Great Dane's name?
Gracie, after Gracie Allen,
of course.
That'll be. I don't think I'll be drinking too much or doing any of that stuff. But
are you cooking
it'll be
any
a good
dishes?
meal. Not to my knowledge. They'll let me know, I guess, but I don't know what I would be.
Can you cook any dishes?
I guess it would depend on the dish,
What can you cook? I
can cook stuff.
If someone was like, hey, Mike, last minute, we need you to bring something. Whatever you want to bring, whatever you want to bring. What would it be?
I don't know. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving appropriate, would it?
Yeah,
make it some rice dishes, but that's not Thanksgiving-y.
Why not?
It's not at all. Too much carb. Everything else is carb, But maybe, I don't know, maybe a dessert, I guess. Could try to bake something.
You can never go wrong with dessert, because if people don't eat it, it's fine, because it means that they're full.
I haven't had some good brownies for a while.
That's a gosh darn shame.
Fun. It'd be a good time. And what are you doing?
Oh, you want to hear?
Yeah.
You want to hear what I'm doing?
Yep.
For the great old day of Thanksgiving, the time for family,
yes,
self-reflection and improvement, I will be working.
Yep, that's true.
I close at work that night, so I won't get off until later on, and then fun, I open the next day early.
Yeah. Oh, clopening.
So I'm doing what's called a turn and burn.
Clopening.
Oh, no. We like turn and burn is way better. It sounds cooler.
If you say so.
But it's okay. I think my mom is going to be doing some cooking. I definitely know that she's a wonderful cook. I love everything she makes.
Yeah.
But I also like cooking with her.
Yeah.
So I am hoping that when I am off of work, I'll be able to cook with her, do maybe one dish or something like that.
Sure.
We've always had low-key holidays, so it's not like it's going to be out of the ordinary to probably do something late.
Right.
But it'll be nice to cook with her. I'm hoping that we'll make some peach cobbler, get some gumbo or something. It's usually my grandma's specialty. My grandma and my nana make the best gumbo that my cousins would fight over.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't really touch that recipe, doesn't try to do it, because ain't nobody could do it better than my grandma and nana.
Yeah. Sure.
So we'll see.
We'll see. But here's hoping that everybody has a nice Thanksgiving and
everybody
has fun. And
without getting into how much Thanksgiving makes me mad as an individual.
Yeah. Don't worry about
that
it.
whole bad history aside, it's
we've disassociated from that.
I do, absolutely.
This is just this. It's just this. It's just spending time
just because
with people you like. And
just because you do that doesn't mean that you shouldn't forget it, and you
shouldn't
shouldn't make sure. I would say that make it a point to correct people when they are being stupid about it.
Sure, but that's not what we're celebrating. We're celebrating,
absolutely.
You go around people you like and just hang out. That's all. That's
I'm
all it
having
is.
a Friendsgiving.
There you go.
I think a few weeks. I think probably a few weeks after actual Thanksgiving, where all of our friends can actually get our work schedules together.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when you're adults. Because you don't not only have to figure out your own schedule, but you have to figure it out with your friends.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, in addition to Thanksgiving, everyone should probably take the opportunity to have a sit-down dinner or some time with your chosen family, which are your friends.
Sure.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I've got some good ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other things that you'd like to say before we sign off?
Nah, we're probably good to go. But thanks for joining us for Insert Burger Pun.
Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, concerns, comments,
conspiracy theories,
pictures of burgers that you ate,
right?
Pictures of burgers that you want to eat, just email us at insertburgerpun@gmail.com. You can also email us your favorite Thanksgiving dish. We didn't even say what ours was. What's yours?
My favorite dish?
Yeah. One that you can't live without and one that could go.
I mean, I can't say turkey, can I?
You can. You can say whatever you want.
No, well, I mean, I would say mashed potatoes. That's kind of boring.
What?
But mashed potatoes are good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But I don't care that much about, like, cranberry sauce and stuff. Yeah. It's fine.
I love cranberry sauce.
I don't care. I like stuffing a lot. That's a
what? Okay, here's mine.
Oh.
So one that I love is mac and cheese and probably mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And then one that I can get rid of is stuffing.
Wow.
I don't get it. People literally put dried cranberries or walnuts in it. What the fuck?
I don't want walnuts in it.
People do that.
Just some seasoning and bread, and that's all.
People
that's all
do
you
it.
need. It's just more bread.
But the cranberry sauce, my sister and I used to pretend that we were on Fear Factor, and we would get the cranberry sauce out of the can, and we'd be like, "It's liver," and force each other to eat it. Yeah. So I love cranberry sauce for sure. It cleanses your palate a little bit as you're eating.
There you go. Highly acidic. Mm-hmm. And that's all she wrote right there. There you have it, folks.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for loving me.
Yeah. Thank you for being here, you said. Not there. Uh-huh. Yeah.
He said it, everybody.
Thank you for being here.
We
not
did
there.
it.
Not over there. No one cares about what's over there. We just want you here.
Only about what's going on here.
That's right.
All right. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Insert Burger Pun. Happy Thanksgiving and holidays. Goodbye.